Well, enough sitting here. Where are they?
Let's go. We left.
Where?
For bread for...
Hi guys, welcome back to Warthog Defense, welcome back to the channel. Ukraine's Air Force is stepping up the pressure in occupied territories. In a bold second strike, a MiG-29 dropped a precision GBU-62 Jdam-Er bomb on a key Russian stronghold in Kamyanske. These high-tech strikes are not just symbolic, they are systematically dismantling enemy positions deep in occupied Zaporozhye. Here's how Ukraine is reshaping the battlefield from the sky. In a precise and powerful strike, a Ukrainian MiG-29 launched a second GBU-62 Jdam-Er bomb on a Russian-occupied building in Kamyanske, Zaporozhye region. The target was a known gathering point for enemy forces, and the strike is part of a broader campaign to disrupt Russian troop concentrations deep behind the front lines. Ukraine's use of Western guided munitions continues to reshape the battlefield with high-impact precision. US President Donald Trump is considering authorizing the delivery of the first JSSM air-launched cruise missiles to the Ukrainian armed forces, according to a recent report from an informed source. The missiles would equip the Ukrainian Air Force's growing fleet of F-16 fighters, which, although comprised of obsolete Cold War-era variants, could serve as effective launch platforms for the missiles while flying deep behind friendly lines. The reported plans to send JSSM missiles follow separate reports by two sources with knowledge of the plans for weapons deliveries on July 14th that the dispatch of an unnamed class of long-range missile capable of striking targets deep within Russia is being considered. It also closely coincides with a statement by President Trump that he will authorize the supply another Patriot long-range air defense system to Ukraine. The president at the time hinted at the delivery of other advanced weapon systems. The JSSM entered service in 2003 and combined limited radar evading capabilities with a high level of precision guidance and a 450 kg warhead carrying capacity. 4 countries currently operate the missile, including Poland, which received 110 for its F-16 fighters. The very small number of clients for the Jdam-Er system and the total lack of non-Western clients reflects a strict export policy, with the South Korean request to purchase the missiles in the early 2010s having been denied. The sensitivity of the missiles thought to be a reason why donations were not previously made. Other Cold War-era fighters in Ukrainian service, namely its Su-27s and Su-24Ms inherited from the Soviet Union, have already been modified to launch British and French Storm Shadow and Scalp cruise missiles, which have some comparable features to the JSSM. Shortages of European cruise missiles, however, have fueled calls for the transfer of cruise missiles from the United States, which is expected to very significantly increase the utility of Ukraine's F-16 fleet. The situation in Pokrovsk, Donetsk region. Despite constant shelling by the liberators, some local residents refuse to evacuate the city. Russian forces continue their attacks in an attempt to seize a city they have nearly destroyed themselves.
Sergei, Father, maybe we should do it differently. Huh? Well, enough sitting here. Where are they?
Let's go. We left.
Where?
For bread for everyone.
Let's go. Should we pick him up?
There's a son.
Are you staying?
Yes.
Was it an arrival today, yes?
4 of them, here again. You hear, what are they looking for here? There aren't any military here.
Not at all.
3 people, no one's home?
No, the dog.
Let's go. We will pick up the son now. The son says he went for bread.
And what time was that?
An hour ago.
An hour ago, the 13th of July, city of Pokrovsk. Well, that's the situation now.
A Polish man who is fighting for Russia is urging fellow Poles to join Putin's war against Ukraine. He wants to see the Banderite Ukrainians defeated, for Russian troops to put Poland in order, and for the traitors in power in Warsaw to be dealt with. A Polish man who calls himself Polak na Donbassie has been posting to TikTok since April 2025. He appears to be named Jacek and to have previously served with the 6th Logistics Battalion of the Polish Army in Krakow. The man says he is serving on the Zaporizhzhia Donbas front, apparently around the village of Velika Novosilka, some way behind the front line. He says that he first joined the 15 Battalion for Foreigners, then signed a contract with Russia's Ministry of Defense. He urges Poles to beware Banderites, who have filled Poland and are trying to drag it into war, while hoping that the special military operation would one day reach Poland and restore order there. He calls the Polish government traitors, and the EU the Fourth Reich. He claims that he joined the Russian army because he was fed up with propaganda in Poland and lies about Russia, which allegedly started this war. Russia does not want to attack either Poland or Latvia. Russia simply will not allow the Americans to enter Ukraine. The man accuses the Ukrainian government of framing Russia for sabotage attacks in Poland, such as the massive fire in 2024 that destroyed the Mariwilska 44 in Warsaw. The Polish government has unequivocally blamed Russia. Video posted by Polak na Donbassie have attracted millions of views and hundreds of comments in Polish. While it seems that some of the commentators are likely inauthentic, many do seem to be genuine Polish speakers, promoting pro-Russian and anti-Ukrainian views. After his channel was publicized in the Polish media, TikTok shut it down for violating its terms and conditions. The man is also likely to face punishment if he returns home, as Poland criminalizes mercenarism with a term of imprisonment from 3 months to 5 years. While Russia has claimed that dozens of Poles have fought on its side, Polak na Donbassie is the first one known to have publicized his activities on social media. There seems to be little other evidence of Polish citizens actively aiding Russia in Ukraine. It's not clear what the man's political background is, but far-right and far-left parties in Poland have taken pro-Russian stances in recent years. Given the man's views about the current Polish government, it seems most likely that he is on the far right. A cinematic obliteration of an ammo-laden Bukhanka vehicle in Donetsk region by soldiers of the 33rd Mechanized Brigade. Destroying Russian ammunition stockpiles on the front is critical to weakening their offensive capability. Without a steady supply of shells, rockets and small arms rounds, Russian troops are forced to slow down, retreat or abandon assaults altogether. Every explosion in an ammo depot directly reduces the enemy's firepower and puts pressure on their already strained logistics. And from the other news, in Mali, Azawad rebels successfully launched an assault on a convoy of junta forces, capturing their equipment and weapons. Mohammed El Maulud Ramadan, a spokesperson for the Azawad People's Strategic Defense Program, confirmed that the entire convoy was neutralized and the battle had concluded. Meanwhile, the junta forces in Mali maintain that clashes are ongoing along the road between the town of Kidal and the village of Anefis. It's not true. The fighting has ended. I inform you that the convoy in question has been completely neutralized, the Azawad rebel representative claimed. The Azawad rebels have several key political and national demands that have evolved over the time, but mainly focus on one goal: the separation of northern Mali, which they call Azawad, the regions of Kidal, Timbuktu, Gao and Menaka, or at least gaining broad autonomy with self-governance. This demand was most loudly proclaimed in 2012 when the rebels declared the independent state of Azawad, which was not recognized by the international community. The rebels accused the government and now the military junta that seized power in 2021 of systematic ethnic repression, discrimination and economic neglect of the northern region. In 2021, the leadership of Mali's armed forces, led by Vice President Assimi Goïta, arrested President Bahna Dao and Prime Minister Mokhtar Owan, removing them from power. The junta pledged to hold new elections in 2022. However, in July of the same year, Goita's administration announced that the transition to democracy would be postponed for another 2 years, and the state of emergency was extended in the country. Russia sided with the junta, beginning to supply military equipment and support with its own mercenaries. Notably, the Wagner group joined the fight against the rebels. In 1924, the rebels defeated a group of Wagner militants and junta forces equipped with Chinese armored vehicles. A representative of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine stated that the rebels received advance information and all the necessary resources to perform a military operation against the Russian mercenaries of the Wagner PMC in Mali.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.